people worshipping mountains. They had people worshipping rocks. They had people worshipping stars. They had people killing each other over whose delusions make more sense. Here in South Africa, you would hear a 50-year-old man calling a young boy Papa. Papa meaning father. Just because that young boy claims to be a prophet. That young boy claims to be a man of God. We are living in a world that we do not understand. We don't know where we come from. We don't know what is going on. We don't know why we go through things that we go through. So we are always looking for answers. And some people realize that if they claim to have the answers, if they can convince people that they have the answers, they're gonna become very powerful. And that's how religions were started. Because if you can claim to be able to communicate with a higher power, you can tell people to do whatever you want them to do. If you don't want people to challenge you, you can tell them that God says you must not challenge his men. That's it. People are going to be afraid to challenge God's people. If you see that there are people who are questioning your bullshit, you're going to say, God is going to punish people who question him. You know, it gets to a point where everything you are saying is what God is saying, you know. Because think about it. No one has ever met God. People just wrote stuff and say, oh, this is what God is saying, this is what God is saying. And convince people that the stuff that they wrote is what God, is saying. And then they hate you for not believing this stuff. And call you names for not believing this stuff. No, if you are not gullible, you are a son of the devil. Religion was created by people who wanted to control others. They realized that the easiest way to control people is to tell them that there's a higher power that wants you to do this. There's a higher power that wants you to do that. There are prophets in my country who tell young girls to please them sexually. If they do that, God is going to bless them. That's what they have these young girls believing. God is going to bless you if you please me sexually. God is going to bless you if you give me 10% of your earnings. God is going to bless you if you wash my clothes. God is going to bless you if you treat me like a king. God is going to bless you if you let me stand on top of you. That's what these prophets have their followers believing. And if you challenge these people, their followers are going to say a lot of horrible things to you. That's why I'm telling you that religion is the biggest scam ever pulled on humanity. No, they're going to tell you that, the Bible says you must not touch the anointed ones. They're not anointed. They just convinced you that they're anointed. They don't know anything. They're just like you. They don't have the answers. They don't know what is going on in this world. They're just trying to survive. They just want the money. And they realize that church is where the money is at. All they have to do is to convince you that they were sent by God. That's it. That's all that you have to do. And you're going to make a lot of money. Because people don't know what the truth is and they're too lazy to think. So if people claim to have the answers, they're just going to be like, okay, let me listen to this person. Okay, this person wants me to give them 1,000. Fine, I'm going to give them 1,000 because I don't want to think for myself. Religion is the biggest scam ever pulled on humanity. And it doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help anyone. Prayers do not work. I have never seen a miracle in my life. I have never seen a miracle in my life. I've seen fake miracles. but I've never seen a real miracle. I've never seen a person that was actually sick get healed. I've never seen a person with an amputated leg get healed. Because if miracles exist, if a person goes to church with an amputated arm, we must see that arm regenerate. That will make us start to think like, whoa, 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 what if we're wrong? But no, God only seems to heal invisible diseases. God only seems to perform miracles when nobody is watching. Because these pastors are gonna tell their audience that, yo, God did this. I was praying to God last night and he did this. You're like, why does he not do that when everyone is watching? They're scamming people because they realize that church is where the money is at. They don't care about their followers. They only care about their money. That's what they care about. They only care about power. They only care about living in mansions. They only care about driving nice cars. They only care about having a lot of women. A lot of prophets in South Africa, they're having sex with so many different women. Because that's what they started scamming people for. They wanted to have a lot of power, they wanted to have a lot of money, they wanted to have a lot of women. That's it. But people hate people like me who tell them the truth, who tell them what is happening. I always ask Christians a very important question. I always ask them, why is it that when I go to their churches and they pray for me, demons do not manifest? You've never seen me saying, oh, yeah, I'm the devil. I'm Lucifer. I come from the sea. And I want to destroy humanity. They pray for me. Pastors that you think are powerful, they prayed for me and nothing happened. Why? Nothing happened because it's all a scam. That's why nothing happens when they pray for people like me. It's all a scam. They're just trying to make money. Going to church nowadays is not different from going to a WWE event. Pastors are performers. Pastors are entertainers. They're just there to entertain people because nothing really happens. They just entertain people and perform fake miracles. And that's what happens in WWE. Everything is fake. Everything is staged. That's it. Sometimes I think, maybe these people do know that all this shit is staged, but they're just going there for entertainment. Because, these pastors are, great entertainers. They can really entertain people. So sometimes I just think, okay, maybe these people are going to church for entertainment because they know that nothing really happens. When they are really sick, they take them to a hospital. They're never going to take you to a church because they know that nothing really happens. They're going to take you to a hospital where you get treated. You never see pastors in hospitals. Why? Because, that's where people who are really sick are. That you see them praying for people on wheelchairs. And these people start walking. These people were paid. And what's crazy? Even when these people come out and say, yo, I was paid to sit on a wheelchair, people start going against those people that are coming out and speaking the truth. You're like, damn, maybe they want to be scammed, Maybe I'm doing something wrong by telling them the truth. Maybe they want to be scammed, so let me just let these pastors continue to scam me. Because what can I do? If I tell them the truth, they hate me. If I tell them the truth, they threaten me. They say all kind of evil things. So maybe it's better if I just allow them to continue to get scammed. Maybe that's what they want. I shouldn't ruin this for them. Because this is all they've got. What else do they have? They can't think for themselves. They can't really generate answers by themselves. They don't seem to have their own thoughts. They don't want other people to tell them what the truth is. And if these people are lying to them but they're entertaining them, then it works, right? It's entertaining. It makes them feel better. Religion is a scam, man. No one knows what the truth is. It's very important that people acknowledge that fact. No one knows what the truth is. It's crazy that people fight over whose delusions are better, whose delusions make more sense. We have no idea what is going on in this world. We have no idea where we are. And I think the better way for us to live is living our lives as if we do not know what is going on, because we don't. We shouldn't be making assumptions. We should just acknowledge the truth. We don't know what is going on. So what do we do? We don't know what is going on. So what do we do? How do we make things better? How do we make life worth living? Should we control other people? Should we hate other people for who they are? Should we gossip? Should we kill? Is that good for our society? Should we scam people? Is that good for our society? Should we lie to people? Is that good for our society? I think that's the only way that we'll actually be able to build a better society. You can't build a better society by lying to one another. Do you see how dangerous lies are? Religion is going to continue to exist because lies are dangerous, Children are told things that ain't true, even before they can, think. They get indoctrinated before they can think for themselves. And they end up believing the silliest things. That's how dangerous these lies are. Thank you. Today I was having a very deep philosophical conversation with one of my Christian friends. And I was telling him that, I'm glad that people in our church never really accepted me, because if they did, that would have limited my growth. The truth is, as humans, what we're interested in is being accepted, is being loved, is being understood. That's what we're interested in. Once we're accepted in a place, we're never gonna grow, because we're gonna have all our needs met. Humans are not interested in truth. What they're really interested in is survival. That's how every human being is like. But if people do not accept you, you're gonna seek higher truth. That's what happens. That is why a lot of people who have found a way to enjoy their own company are usually very intelligent. It's because they are no longer seeking for other people's approval, because they can survive on their own. But if you still need other people, then you will do things that will please them. You're gonna program your mind to think thoughts that are gonna please others, to think thoughts that are gonna help you survive. You're not gonna be interested in truth. So because people in our church never really accepted me, because I was always asking a lot of difficult questions, that helped me grow. I ended up just asking myself those important questions and, finding a way to answer those questions, which was not easy. But that helped me grow. There are a lot of people who are not growing because all their survival needs are being met. And their survival needs are being met because they fit in perfectly. If they start asking themselves important questions, that will threaten their survival. That is why when you find a person who's doing well socially and you ask them the most important questions, they'll be like, no. You know what I mean? Like their brains are programmed to reject the truth because the truth is not important to them. You see, the truth is not important to them. What's important is survival. That's why you find people defending their religions, no matter how stupid their religions are. You find them defending their religions. It's because their survival depends on people believing their bullshit. Their survival depends on their religions. You see? It's really about survival. So really, if you want to find the truth, if you want to evolve, if you want to reach higher levels of awareness, then you have to be okay with being alone. That's how you're going to evolve. You're not going to evolve if you still want to fit in, if you still want to have a lot of friends, if you still want everyone to understand you, everyone to like you. You can't grow. You can't have it both ways. If you really want the truth, then you have to be okay with being alone. You have to be okay with being hated by people. You have to be okay with being misjudged by people. So I'm really happy that I wasn't really accepted, because that helped me grow. That helped me evolve. That helped me reach higher levels of understanding. Because each and every person is going to defend whatever helps them survive. Each and every person is going to defend whatever helps them survive. And in order to defend whatever helps them survive, they have to believe that whatever is helping them survive is true. So they have to dumb down a little in order to believe that. If they were operating at a high level of consciousness, they will have to dumb down a little. So you find people defending bullshit, things that do not make sense. But if society does not accept you, it will force you to seek higher truth. It will force you to evolve. The problem is when you evolve so much that you are no longer able to connect with other people. Like, you understand higher truth, and you can't stand seeing people doing things that people do. To you, that's just dumb, You have reached higher levels of awareness. That's like how you grew up. When you were younger, there were certain things that you used to do with other kids that used to make sense. But when you grew older, you asked yourself, why was that fun? Why was that fun? You grew. The things that you used to do that used to be fun are no longer fun because you grew, you see? So that's what happened when you reach higher levels of awareness. You look at other people and you're like, damn, man, these are children. Look at the stuff that they're doing. Look at the stuff that makes people happy. You can become so intelligent that you end up not loving this world. You see? This world is not a place for intelligent people. This world is not a place for people who question everything. This world is not a place for people who really want the truth. Because survival does not depend on the truth. In order to survive, you have to lie to yourself. You have to lie to other people. That is why a lot of people who are doing very well in society are people who lack integrity, are people who lack intellectual honesty. If you are real and you're about the truth, things are going to be hard. This is not a place for intelligent people. That is why a lot of people who are woke don't really like this world. There are a lot of people who are woke that are like, I would never ever want to come back to this world. Because they're too intelligent. They can't fall in love with things that humans love, They've reached high levels of awareness. So they can't fall in love with things that are being done here. That's when intelligence becomes a burden. You are so intelligent that it's a burden. You no longer want to do things that other people are doing. The things that other people are doing are just stupid to you. And I think that is very important for our society to understand. We must understand that there are some people who have reached high levels of awareness that they don't really want this. They don't really love this. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just too intelligent. They are just too intelligent. It can happen that you just no longer love this world because you are too conscious, you are too intelligent. The things that humans are doing are just too stupid for you to love. It's not because you're not doing well. It's not because you are suffering. It's because you just don't love it. There isn't much for you to enjoy because you are too conscious. That happens. Thank you.
Red team has slain the dragon.